Okay. Pardon me. Alright, this is a stomp box, effects box. Primarily used for guitar from time to time. I had it for, oh gosh, a good many years. It's a repair job for me. It's developed a problem. Should be pretty easy to remedy. A couple different ways of going about it. Of course, the goal is to make it as innocuous as possible, less intrusive, if you can. Yeah, it works pretty good. I rather like it. It's a, it's a reverb box, digital reverb, obviously. Not a big fan of digital anything really in this regard, but for noodling around and goofing off, this it does a pretty good job. It has one input, instrument input, high impedance, and two outputs, so it kind of gives you a simulated sort of stereo effect, which is also kind of cool. I've used it for recording purposes, just to give a little bit of depth and presence, I guess. But anyway, it's got a trouble that I need to fix, and so that's what we're going to do, hopefully. Now here's the wall wart for it, original one, Boss. It's just a 9-volt DC adapter, nothing special about it. I got a bucket full of them, and your typical barrel sort of connector goes in here. So let me show you what's going on with this stuff. Let this guy plug this wart in here, and plug him in here. Now what should happen when I stomp on this, it should turn on. Check light, power light, they call it check. Testing 1, 2. So there's nothing. It's though the power's not plugged in. If this is held in a certain position, the power comes through just fine. You can turn it on and off, and while in that, it works just fine. If I let this go, power goes away. It's not. Let me turn this on again. It's not the wire leading in. It's something going wrong with the input, the connector in the box. Normally, what I expect to find on something like this is just a simple broken solder connection. This power inlet is soldered directly to a circuit board, and with the fiddle in and plug in and unplug in, they often will break the solder connections. I already know that's not the problem here. I've been into it before, quickly trying to do a on-site sort of repair, and resoldered the connections to this, and it didn't help at all. So, most likely the connector itself has a connection broken inside of it. I'm not entirely sure. We'll find out. So this isn't the problem. Something with this is likely not the connection to the circuit board. As it is, I happen to have one that I think will fit right in there. This may even be made by the same outfit that produced this one. This is used. I removed it from something. I don't remember what it was. Bunches of these things. This one seemed to be the closest form, fit, and function to this one, so that's likely what I'll use. If not, I'll figure something out with it. I do want this thing to work again. I do want to use it. And if I have to get medieval on it and have a wire coming out with a pigtail and something like this, then that's what I'll do. But if possible, it would be nice to fix her up just like it is now. So let's have a look under the hood. So just 4 screws. This does not have a battery compartment. Does not run on batteries. Once I get it open, you'll see why. There's just no room in there for a battery. It's packed pretty tightly. See, all the screws out. Bottom piece falls away. Got a little plastic insulator on there. Gotta be mindful of that. So there it is. This lonely surface mount component here. Judging by the number of pins, this is a major controller of this. It's interesting. That's surface mount. Everything else on this board is through hole. No surface mount. It's a mixture of both. And then you get this board here, which is entirely surface mount, which I can work with. I'm very familiar with that stuff. But you can see down in here, it's pretty tight. There's not a lot of room. Fortunately, just by taking the bottom cover off, you gain access to where I need to, which is this guy right here. Now, if I'm looking at this, doggone if that doesn't look like the exact same part. So interesting. I showed you the LED up here. That's just a power indicator for when it's on. There's another LED here on the board that does not show through at all. You can only see that with this removed like this. And it appears that when power is available, comes on. Well, how convenient. Did they anticipate that this connector was going to break? Not sure. But anyway, the connections for this guy are 3 right here. I have hit these, thinking, okay, maybe there's a hairline crack or something, and nothing doing that. That's not the problem. It has to be something internal. These do break. I've had to replace them before in other things. So I'll push him down in here just to hold it nice and steady while I remove this broken connector. And I'll just use my solder sucker and pull the solder off of these 3 connections. It's actually only 2. 2 of them are just kind of in parallel. I think soldered them just to give it mechanical support. There's one more. Oops. It helps to recharge the solder puller. I think that's good. Could use a cleaning. Alright, so looks like got that loosened. Oops, gotta be careful. And now looking at it, I can't see what's broken here. Something internally, maybe. I tried cleaning it. I thought, maybe it's just dirty in there. No, that's not it. There's something. One of these connections is broken. It's separated inside of this. So keep him out of the way so I don't get him confused. And let's shoehorn this guy in there. Got a little crusty solder off of it. Let's see if we can get that to fit in there. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to clean these terminals off a little bit more. It's got some solder blobs on them. You don't want to fit through the holes. the board there. We'll clean them off. Dang on it if this doesn't look like an exact replacement. Oh yeah, that's the same. That's the same thing. Huh? Identical. Cool. Lucky. I got lucky. Let's. Okay, there we go. Let's pop it in. See if that fits. Huh. Freaking perfect. Alright. It's easier than I thought. A little solder. There. There. And there. Check that. Looks decent. Okay. Let's see if that helped any. Oh, looky there. A little bit of dirt. And of course, every time you put power in, you have to turn it on. But looks like the symptom is gone. It's been corrected. So, put this back on. Just the way it came off apart. It's interesting. It's got this, the board doesn't really, it's not really mounted. It's just kind of captured a couple of grounds here. This plastic insulator has an opening for the chip there. I see it fits over there right nice. And then this flat cover just kind of holds the whole thing together. And put the screws back. Oh, I do so love it when the plan comes together, huh? I have to do some ugly fitting on. I'm not going to go out and try to find to buy a part like this. I have boxfuls of them. They might not be exact, but a little bit of hacking will work. Well, no one's ever going to be able to tell that was replaced. Maybe I'll forget. And certainly will take this apart, look at it under an inspection scope, and see just what went wrong with it. I suspect that there's one of these connections has come separated from inside. Seen it happen several times before with these little beasts. So, a little bit of truth, eh? I already know it's going to work once that light comes on. So, I'm not going to test it here beyond this. Yeah, still, probably a little dirt, probably put a little cleaning in there. Very, very little. Leave well enough alone if it's working. Yeah, so there it is. Looks like we're done. See it.